Hello everybody, how's it going? Real Diversity here with another video. First, I want to start by saying appreciate any support. If you guys are returning to the channel, I appreciate the support and thank you for coming back. We're playing Crobat today. Crobat is a deck that has been relevant for, just about ever. I can't remember exactly if Nihilego was always out when Crobat was out, but Crobat has always had an impact just because it's a stage 2 that only needs one energy to attack, and it's very similar to Hydreigon before Hydreigon, where once this thing's set up, it's really strong to just kind of get rid of. And a lot of times, the early days, most of the time, the strategy was to just set up two of these things, and your opponent just could never really get through two of Crobat. So that's the main point. This deck again is more updated because it's not that too new. This is really actually an old deck because there's no new cards from the Fantastical Parade. I think I said that right. Set. But again, this does have Mega Absol in it, so as well. So a very strong deck. One thing we have run X speed here, we could choose to run say like a Lucky Pop or something here, and like just something else instead. But I think we get so much benefit when we just in games where maybe we shouldn't be winning because the energy is gonna be messed up depending on who leads. So if we can get in a situation where even if we go first and we lead like Lingo, if we can X speed into Crobat, then we're good. So X speed has been very valuable in this deck. If you see it early enough, it's gonna have you, and you can use it. You can plan it pretty early. So, and then there's plenty of times where I'm like saying, I'm praying, I hope I see that X speed. So, yeah, try to keep that short. Not gonna talk too much about the deck because it's an old deck. So, I don't think too many people don't know what Crobat does, but yeah, super strong. Ever since Copycat came out, all of these stage 2 decks have gotten really consistent. I wonder if they ever will add a combo card that like lets you grab a stage 2 in are we, oh, we're going second. Good deal. Okay, really strong hand here. I'm not even gonna uh darn. Do we just take the chance here? If Sabrina here would suck so much. I'm gonna just take the chance and give him a big. We had a good opportunity. I want his hand to be big anyway, so even if he copycats us, that's fine. We'll copycat it back. I think we get okay. Good. We get more benefit here. He could still participate red card. I don't think this deck plays red card like that, but still a potential option here. So let's see what he does. Okay, good. That turn went perfect. I was very nervous of things just not going right there. And I think we poison barb on Zubat here, just in case he subbed into something that hits us, and we're fine. So and then he has how many cards? 5. So really good chance to get something good here. Okay, good, and we'll go ahead use this first, and he thinks whatever we just pulled it, but no, we've been had that Nihilingo. So here we're going to be doing 40. Oh, and he's weak. Oh, he dies here. I didn't even know he was weak to us. Then that's just game. Simple, simple enough. Sometimes that's just how. That's another strong thing. Zubat early game is really strong with double Nihilego. You're swinging literally for 40 early, and you're swinging for in one turn 40. Mind you, too, if they don't sub out, that's another 30. So you're 70 damage. If you go second with double Nihilego, like literally crazy. All right, next game. All right, let's see what we get matched up with today. Hits. So we're going first. Never. Okay, and we do lead Poison Barb here. Never a bad thing. And I will wait a turn to decide if I want to play. Yep, this is a deck that does run Sabrina. Let me see what we can pull out here. Now Lego. What's unfortunate here, I think we have to just set this up early. If we went second again, we would have did exactly what I said here. It's oftentimes I don't really think this deck runs. This deck does run Sabrina, I think though. That's the only issue I'm worried about is getting Sabrina. But unlikely. He most likely will maybe play. Maybe I shouldn't have copycatted that. Yeah, and I say this deck normally runs Sabrina. I was expecting that. That's why I was very hesitant to play there. Crossing our fingers again. This is why I say that X speed is so valuable most of the time. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, to lose a non-legal here this early isn't ideal. But we do put him. Well, this deck lately has been running Lucky Pop, so that's a thing. And if he hasn't DD, that's also troubling. In, interesting. And Poison Barb. Alrighty. Alright, this is tricky now. Oh, and he had the energy to play into Mega Absolute. Yeah, I think he got insanely lucky there. Insanely lucky. This is gonna be tough now. I should have waited. I should have waited. I should have waited. The fact that yeah, that one play just kind of just threw everything into a loop here. Unfortunate. I don't think we can. I should have, and that is why it's so important. I knew this deck runs Sabrina. That's the trouble here. The thing is, and then of course here too, insult to injury. Maybe I should have copycatted there. I didn't even do the math here, but he does die. And he copycats us, of course, of course, of course. And guess what? He's probably gonna get is a second Hydreigon here. Oh, he did get a lucky pop too. Yep. All right. Yep. Conceit. Also, like the only thing is that Mega. I should have copycatted there. For the simple fact that I don't think any card in my hand was gonna add value to the current like math. Like Sabrina and Cyrus were great, but I knew that he was going to get that he could easily get into his Mega Absolute, and then me losing, yeah, I just that started with just me even like that's why you just never in that situation when you go first. That's why you just never play. Um, that's just exactly why you never play. If I can get my thought out here, that's why you just never play. If and we're weak to fighting too. I wouldn't mind going first here at all. It's gonna be, and he's Licia, so what he's gonna be like. It's gonna be rough because he's gonna. So yeah, he's gonna get his hand like the three cards. Not a favorable matchup here. What even is? Oh, is this the old? Is this the old? This is the other. Azalea. Hopefully we see Zubat. Of course, we get lucky enough to do see him. And that's I kind of want. I had to like try that on my deck. I didn't. That was a kind of a wasted poison barb there, but it's fine. Rare candy. If we get rare candy next time, that would be very helpful here. This was one of those matches going first would have been better a little bit. At least we could have. Well, no, Tyrogue, no matter what, even if we poison barbed him, wasn't gonna matter. Hmm. Interesting. You know, I never thought about ever playing Serena in his deck. 20 plants bench Pokemon. That's totally fine. Okay. Interesting. Interesting play there. Well, crossing my fingers that we see if we can see rare candy here or research or something, that would be awesome. Okay, no dealings. Yo, gotta stay strong here. Winnable only for the fact that we do run Sabrina here, so if he does get hit, 50. What are we at after that? Even if we do get into Crobat here, what are we at HP wise? Poison bar, of course. And we don't even get nothing, we get no look there. This is what I was afraid was gonna happen. As soon as I start the video, we were gonna like have bad luck, but we were winning very consistently earlier, and it was decently long matches too. So is Crobat's one of those decks. I was running a lot into a lot of Mega Gardevoir decks like yesterday. It was like Mega Gardevoir, it was like back to back Gardevoir, and I was like, this is getting frustrating because it just isn't fun to run into Mega Gardevoir. It's a deck that like it's easy to beat, but you have to have the right deck to beat it and play into it. So it's never fun to play into Mega. Okay, good. Just never fun to play into it. Just one of those turns. I'm wondering, do we Oh God! All right, Trouble in Paradise, and of course, too. Of course. My hand's really big here too. Of course, he gonna most likely get into this Chingling here. Please give me no, that's not what I wanted to see. I said, give me not Lego. Ooh, this is okay for now, at least. Because one thing he's gonna have to do. I said, I don't imagine he makes the sleep play here. Interesting. Okay. That is not the play you should make in that situation. Because even if you do get into Mega Altaria here, like what advantage do you have in this fight? Because you come in, yeah, very big misplay by him. To not come in with just letting us get all the way set up here. Big. The question is, do we play this second Zubat or not? I think the non-Lego pings are going to be more valuable later. Do we play this Zubat maybe just to just? I think this is fine. A Sabrina here would suck, but he can't repel us if he's running repel. A Sabrina though would suck. I don't think this deck runs Sabrina though, especially this version with the double. That's fine. That's perfectly fine if you, especially if you attack. Did he use? No, he hasn't used the supporter yet. All right, all right, all right. Okay, good. There it is. So he make so you should get it. Do you come in and attack? I doubt. I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, that's annoying. All right. Make absolute big misplay now. That's interesting. All right. Why did I do that? You know what I should have did there? I think I just misplayed. I should have saved that Sabrina. Actually, that was a misplay. But if he gets into double Greninja, that would suck as well. Doesn't like whoever. Yeah, that was a big misplay now because now he comes into Ulterior, and one thing he can do is unfortunately I should have hopefully got lucky enough. Well, if he plays okay, good. No Cyrus here. So that alone, yeah, I should have. Oh my god, that was a big misplay. And the Mega Absol was a misplay as well. And there's his second bench. I think we lose here from a Cyrus play. And we have no disruption either. We misplayed with Sabrina there. Because then, I mean, if we got into this Greninja here, it didn't matter either way, though. Because he would have subbed into that Greninja. He got into Greninja so early. That was so lucky of him. All right, let me just do this just to see if we... But if not, we just concede here. So we know this deck runs Cyrus. We know they run double. This deck runs double Cyrus. I mean, we could have maybe on the off chance just assumed that he ran one Cyrus, but it's like two cards left, and I think that the main premise of that deck is to double. Like anytime you see Greninja, there's double Cyrus in the deck. So even if those Cyruses were both bottom deck, like he was finna pull one, I could have just let it play out just to confirm. Because if he was running one and we got lucky enough where it was bottom of the deck, then we could have won there. But I just highly doubt we misplayed there. But even if we did sub, he would have went into Greninja. We would have hit for 90. Greninja would have lived easily, so that's the issue there. Yeah, I gotta remember when I did he play? I don't think I seen the Froakie early, so I don't think I knew he had Froakie. Oh God, he's in a abysmal. I'm scared to play Mega Absol after last game's trauma. But also, let me just leave Absol in the deck. Don't want to get Sabrina here because this definitely looks like a stall deck. All right. I'll double Zubat here. What does this card do again? Yeah, just so he can't copycat me or so. What? And he still copycats me. What even is the premise of this deck? I can't tell you. Could not tell you. What was our hand before I copycatted? I wonder if we had were we close at all to getting Crobat, or do we not have either? I was like, what are the chances that we just grab both of the items we need there? I'm going to oof, question. Do we maybe set up Absol? Also, when they discard, interesting. Yeah, if we don't get we don't see Crobat soon, that would actually like be terrible. I'll leave it up to the Poke Gods here. Oh yeah, I actually should have went into Mega Absol anyway, just to get rid of his wheels. I know his deck probably runs wheels, but it's fine. Oh, Darkrai too. What even? What even? Hello, guys. All right, we didn't get lucky there, but we have options. Mm, what Spiritomb does? He is a. He should punish Pokemon. Still no. Like, do we potentially copycat here to get a poison barb to threaten at least the Spiritomb if it comes out, or no? I think not. Maybe so because I think we maybe should have copycatted there, but just to see if we can get into our into just a poison barb there, because then he would have took 30 to another 30. I think he would have died this turn if we did poison him. That's fine. Now the question is, do we Sabrina now or later? I think we Sabrina now, because the worst thing he can do, yeah, it's not much he can do here. No way. No, he that would be it. Okay, it's an idiotic play if he I'm just going off the assumption he does hit heads and he doesn't even hit it there. So yeah. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say. So, because here's the issue now is, I mean, yeah, yep. We pretty much set him up to lose there. I mean, what he could have done, he could have made a he could have potentially made a a Cyrus pool on something. I think Mega Absol, it was absolutely the right play not to play Mega Absol, but the more but because I've never played that deck. I don't know it's one thing I don't know about that deck is I don't know when you play into that deck If you do get the discard, does that count as a point for for them? I don't know. I'm assuming it does. It's no way that deck is just simply you discard your opponent's active with no like, but you don't get like, but it doesn't say knocked out either though. Because normally it'll say there's other cards with that effect that says well, but if this knocks out your opponent, see, I don't know. I know I've seen knocked out, but I sometimes think that's when the Pokemon gets attacked into, and it's like if this Pokemon is knocked out, then it does this. But which our knocked out is all encompassing to just like if you take damage from your opponent and you die, so that means well no, sometimes it'll say knocked out by an attack. See, that just says discard, so I just have no clue. Alright, this is one of those matches again where we love to see XP at some point. Oh, and don't tell me. Oh gosh, is this a Venusaur deck? And they're going first. And they're going first. Oh, Shuckle. Good. Thank you. Do nothing this turn. Oh. This is like one of the worst matchups we could have, actually. Alright. I would love... I like that we already... Like, if I can just get a Pokeball here... Or I say, or Mega Apple's fine. It's just something to start throwing some energy on. Let's cross our fingers for a XP next turn. That's unlucky. And that's why I would never play a coin flip deck. Ever. I would say, of course, now we see the Crobat probably. Oh, no, I think because we have to kind of play you, but you into this deck, no benefit into this deck. Calls our fingers, we see X speed. I really don't care about anything but XP right now. No. I'm not even gonna waste an energy on Nihilego to retreat yet, just from the simple fact that hopefully we see Sabrina here maybe. I'd rather go ahead and start hitting that Ogre Pun. Yeah, we definitely need to hit him before he can hit us for 120, which he will be able to do in approximately two more. Okay, ooh, I spoke it up. Oh, and he only got one. The fact he only got one heads last turn too. It's kind of funny. Let's see what he. If he retreats to, that's fine. Just send him up later so he can't do anything. Lily. This is a Venusaur deck. That is funny. Yeah, normally you just want to run Venusaur by itself because if Venusaur ever gets threatened to get knocked out, but this is, oh, I think Overpunt is actually is a decent card to run with, but I don't see what the purpose of running like Shuckle is. It just makes your deck super inconsistent. Yeah, god dang. Almost zero luck with this Shuckle. Again, I guess I see in if I get the XP 30 turns late episode. I think he just gives here. Cause at worst, like I think I was gonna probably steal his copycat. I think I was like, just so you just don't ever get this Bulbasaur up, let's just probably still copycat. And if we ever took out the ogre pun, that is really was GG because then we just poisoned him to death. But yeah, solid matchup. I mean, it's interesting deck. I can't complain. Right now, I don't know which one is. I want to play more meta decks right now just to see how Crobat is filling into the meta. But he does do very well, like I said, into Mega Altair, and also he does very good into Suicune if you get early enough start. Again, this is one of those decks where it's like, I don't want to say high roll because I think this deck is still decent, even with the fact that having Mega Absol, like long as you get those poison barbs, Mega Absol somewhere in there, Nihiligos, and like you can pull off some wins. You don't always have to see Crobat, but Crobat definitely does. He is the star of the deck for sure. This is a Crobat deck. Okay, so with that all being said, we will not copycat this turn, even though it looks very appetizing to do so. I like again one of those decks. I don't know what it does, so it's like, do I waste? Do I want to really throw out Mega Absol and chance that he can somehow get pulled up? Because I don't know what this deck does. So, but we will take the chance. We already have our Crobat Rare Candy, so a really strong start here. And when I have good starts, I like to go into decks that are able to hit back hard. But we'll see how it goes. He has a really big hand. Either he just like it's one of those decks that just has a lot of cards you can't do much with right now. Is what I'm assuming. Does he evolve? Does this? I think I. What's this card's evolution again? Does it attack with one energy or two? I can't remember. Leaf, interesting. Wait, this deck must run Darkrai. So where does your energy go here, though? Unfortunately, we can't copycat his hand now. So with a decent hand to copycat. I mean, we can, I guess, if we just don't see nothing good here, but he had a really nice hand size earlier. So we'll sub out next turn and just disrupt with Mega Absolute. And also to avoid taking chip damage. We're gonna take 40 damage here. Just over the end of this turn and then next turn. And then his turn. Oh wait, when do we take the 20? Okay, we do take the 20. Of course, I get the combination when I got the combination consistently into a deck that isn't too strong. But anytime I'm playing a deck that's super strong, we have no such luck. Yeah, reason you go into Mega Absol there is simply for the fact that Mega Absol, um, well, if he's most likely was holding something like a Cyrus or maybe a Sabrina, he has something in his hand that probably was a win condition. And if we steal it, then it's it. And that's another thing about Mega Absol is he is a really strong card if you can get him in he's very good in those like pocket situations where it's like it's like it's just not a card you just always want to lead play and throw on the field. But in those niche situations where your opponent is maybe still getting set up, their board state is hectic, and that's why I think Sabrina is always a really, of course, a really strong card into with a Mega Absol deck because having that disruption. Jeez, come on, game. Okay, we do see the XP. Let me see Crobat soon. Alright. Don't be Mega Absolute. Okay, Zubat. I meant Zubat, not Crobat. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Don't think he'll Sabrina us here. I mean, not. I don't think he'll copycat. I mean, red card us Mars or something like that here. He does get a lucky Pokeball earlier. How did you get these Pokeballs again? Wasn't that? Oh my god! Insult to injury here. I'm gonna X speed. If we get another Zubat, I will sacrifice. Okay, we do get another Zubat. We will lose Copycat if he does come in here. So let me just set this play up. We do. I don't. You know what? Let's do this. I don't want to waste that X speed. Because if next turn he just does another cliff attack, I want to be able to knock him out. I just want to be on even footing when it comes to okay, that's fine too. So I would imagine you just go into Hydreigon here. Yeah, and yeah, so he's poisoned, so we're fine. Okay, good. That's fine. Actually, that's not good because he can that didn't matter. I think you take 30 plus you're gonna get hit for 80. You're gonna be like, God dang. Double double Mega Absol? If I could have just predicted, I think the poison here is more important. But unless we steal Osiris here, we're in big trouble. Mars, alright, that's something. Yeah, he's in a spot though. He did play double Mega Absol, but he can't really do nothing with that Absol yet. So he'll be in a situation, and maybe a researcher would be good. Second rare candidate, no. Okay, so oh, two turns. No, we don't do enough in 2 turns. We have to poison you really quickly. Oh, come on. That might have been a very ignorant play by him, but I don't know. Or maybe by us by sacrificing our uh we should 30. Oh no, wait, did we just misplay that? I think we should have just let Absol take a hit here, right? Because that 30 is that what it won us the game? Of course. All right, I think we just misplayed. I think we should have let Mega Absol take a hit because that extra 20 was what was gonna win us the game. 20. Because he would have been at 100 now. Yeah. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I think we just Sabrina here. We're trying to lose this Sabrina anyway. I'm just debating, do we interesting? Now I think this no, maybe we should have kept this Mega Absolute in threat of dying, but it doesn't. Oh yeah, yeah, actually we should have yeah, we I think we just misplayed all around here into a research because I think I was debating. I was like, we're gonna lose this Sabrina anyway, but I was expecting more so him to go into his Mega Absol. Giant capes that one. That's fine. Yeah, we should have kept that one. We should make sure that one was in like if we Cyrus did, he was in knockout range. And have did we take at all any of his Cyruses yet? No. Okay, so I think ending that's just L here. Either way, with this match was yeah, it came down to that misplay. I should have let Mega Absolute take that hit. I was not thinking about the damage there with the poison because at the end of that turn he would have took 30, so he would have been at 100. We attacked him, and then he would have been at Then when we attacked him, he would have been at Yeah, I misplayed actually twice in that match because I should again save Nihiligo there, and I should have just let Nihiligo. Yeah, I should have went into let him just hit Absol there. I don't know what I was scared of him hitting Absol, but I should let him hit Absol and then because could he have still when he Sabrina could he have still made? I think his hand was way too small. Yeah, he had like one card, so it was no way he could have used. He could have evolved into Hydreigon, which that would have been his second Hydreigon, mind you. Oh God. Okay. I was gonna say at least we get a Pokeball off, but don't even get that here. Can't even X speed here either. So we just really cross our fingers for and what is this deck anyway? Hydreigon? Or is this that Darkrai Darkrai Greninja, maybe? Is that deck run Chingling? This might be Darkrai Mega Absol, yeah. Oh, this is a catastrophe. Okay, got a copycat here just to try to see something. Hmm. You can go straight into Absol here. We lose Cyrus, so then that's a win condition. I think we concede here just to save ourselves some time. I think too much has to go right for us at this point because I was like, if we do, and I'm stuck on what to do with my energy. I think we waste another turn there to try to set up our second not league code maybe, but then even then it doesn't matter because we lose Cyrus in. So attacking into even getting an attack into the Mega Absol wouldn't have done too much. We just needed yeah, Chingling was he just got a very perfect start there because a deck like that runs that many they run that many and of course we're playing a Crobat deck too, so easy enough. All we have to do into Chingling is see Zubat first and go second normally, and then you're good. Or just yeah, normally you're good in that situation. But of course we went first, didn't have a poison barb, so just set us up in a really awkward spot there. So yeah, we're going first here. Okay, so he interesting. Boy, I'm scared to play non-legal here, but my hand is way too big to not play it. But if he gets Sabrina here, that would suck so bad. Because the play we can make next turn, if this is a Kangaskhan deck, which I think it may be, the play we can make here is going to be nuts. Yep, and he copycats this anyway, so that was the right play. You just like cross our fingers. He just doesn't get too many basics here. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, hitting Pichu would have hurt. But this isn't as bad this way. Pichu would we would have had 30 at the end of that turn, then another 30 at the after he hits us for 30, like 90 damage right there. This is of course it is. Of course it is. 20. That's a good sign. There it is. Okay, good. I was like, what I want to see here is Zubat. Or wait, yeah, this is the play right. Yeah, and then we X speed here also to. Unfortunately, here though, he double hits us, but we'll sacrifice Naligo here. I mean, not sacrifice, but we'll let it take hit. The reason I X speeded last turn actually though was simply to actually uh So that this turn when I did play Absol, that we could just go into oh, you know what though? Darn, maybe a misplay there actually. Cause he didn't reveal that poison barb to just now. But maybe a misplay there. What was you at last turn? We needed him poison last turn. Because now we take 20 plus if he's running red, we die, I think, to red here. Let's see. How big is 6 Coruscasts? We die to red, and then we already like, yeah, maybe I should just let him yep. I was like, that was I think a misplay. I'm trying to debate. I think I think the better play there. I should have played. This is what I should have did. I should have played Mega Absol. I think. Oh my god, I've never played that deck to know that they were running. To know that they were running Poison Barb. Wait, I should have expected that with the lineup, but that makes everything not like. Well, Rocky Helmet seems just better in that deck though. But I guess I get like the early chip damage with like Pichu and stuff. That makes sense, I guess. But I would rather just play. Again, this is one of those times I wouldn't mind going first. Decent hand here. 3.16 damage. Okay. Okay. Hopefully no red card. If it does come out, I'm not too upset about it. All right. Good deal. I forgot what this deck used to be paired with. Oh, a Torchic. Interesting. I'm gonna do some number deck. Okay. Poisoned. Dang, does Crobat get knocked from this? Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank goodness for that. I was just gonna say Sabrina here would be great. The fact that we drew into it is crazy. With his hand that big, it was feel like guaranteed to get into Blaziken, then swing for Yeah, that's another thing I gotta kind of keep in mind too. Is Crobat does have a bunch of HP, but the thing of I think the biggest thing of this deck, oftentimes I've been making misplays, and that's like when I bounce between decks a lot. So my strategy for one deck works, but not for another. And in a deck like this, where I think one in a deck of one prizers, you can trade easily. Where it's like, okay, let me just sacrifice this. But when you're running EXs, the biggest thing is you always want to kind of put yourself in a situation where your opponent has to go through two EXs. And that's where I always forget sometimes. I'm always like, well, maybe let me sacrifice Zubat and Nihilego. But then if you do that, then Crobat becomes a win condition. So you always, I think, want to kind of, if you can, put yourself in a situation where your EX does get knocked out. And if less, like, you maybe just need a, oh God, okay, not the worst hand, but definitely not a good hand. And I feel like he's going to just play one. Okay, thank you. Oh, and then there's DD. Can I see a phone bags? Cyrus. Okay. Would love to go ahead and see an X speed here soon. Okay, decent hand. We're in a copycat here, and hopefully we see X speed. Just cause going. Okay, we do. Nice. Yeah. I was like, now the question is, do we use it this turn? Is but he's the word. Oh no, maybe we should have. If he goes into Chingling, that's actually terrible. But again, I didn't. What I didn't want to do was waste the X speed and then get Sabrina. But if he is running Chingling, that is unfortunate for us. And then I think I sometimes got to be a little bit more uh cognitive of. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. That couldn't have went any better. That was the best hand we could have. Of course, finally, we get a decent matchup and we get a decent hand at the end of our video. We get a decent matchup in a decent hand, and things are going right. So again, that's why we run that XP. Very unfavorable to start Nihilego or whatever. Even like again, this deck does run Poison Barb, but again, now indeed a win condition. I don't know if he gets lucky here into get straight up into Mega Gardevoir, that would suck. But at least we still have time to set up Mega Absol and we poison him, so we're fine either way this goes. So another issue though is if he could. Okay, good. Okay, good. I prefer this play for sure. I was like, another potential issue is if he plays if he confused us and maybe he just made the confusion play, but this is just good. Yep, and they're weak to poison too, so. And we're gonna poison barb ourselves here. And we already do have Cyrus now. He did double energy onto himself, so Diantha is probably gonna come out here. So that'll be 90. But that's okay. Oh, Diantha plus the freaking but he's poisoned, so everything's decent, even if it does. Now he's taking 30 a turn at the end of every turn, so yep, there it is. It's figured. And our hand's really low too, so we may maybe yeah. And this I'd say almost the best match we could have. And even though the only I guess issue is if we had went first or second, we would have been just as well off. I think better off if you even just because energy wise we'd be a little bit better right now. Again, DD is offsetting our poison though a little bit, but I think with the weakness damage, Indeedy's not doing anything really. We do have Cyrus here too, so yeah. So we just kind of win, and this is how you kind of want the deck to go. You want to go Crobat into Mega Absol into your second Crobat if a match is ever this long, which you really don't expect a match to be this long. But this is how you would expect it. Okay, we're good for next turn to set up Crobat, and here we go. We just attack into Mega Gardevoir and 100. Oh no, not the red card. Darn, that just might have sealed me. If only I could have made my hand a little bit smaller last turn. I feel like this red card's gonna come out. No, okay. He cost himself the match there. Yep, he had a red card too. He could have prevented that. And he didn't start Meloello too. That actually is another thing. But again, if he did, yeah, that free retreat with this deck it is troubling sometimes because they get that free retreat. So when they even have those bad starts, indeed, he actually isn't even a bad like start in that deck, and that's what I do appreciate. And sometimes I think if they made, which I mean, it wouldn't make sense because Swablu is a normal type, and make Alterior Mega Alterior is Fairy Dragon, so they gave it they did give it the nod on that, but when it comes to retreating, that would be so much better if it was like if this Pokemon had a psychic energy. No, then that offsets it too. Yeah, I don't know. If there was just a psychic Swablu, then this deck, then I think Mega Ulterior indeed would be running laps. Because then without that energy like disruption there, yeah, it would be good. But also, I guess you could always just run an XP the same deal. Because normally you only need to make that play once. That's another thing too is when it comes to that item, I'm always like maybe just an XP. The only reason is I guess the Chingling sometimes, but other than that, the stadium that stadium works very well into like that Mewtwo that there everyone's been playing nowadays. I haven't played it, but it does seem consistent. Just I know with Meloetta is definitely really consistent. But it just always seemed they just always seem to get into Mega Gardevoir. Like I remember every time I played Mega Altair, everyone you always seem to they always seem to get Mega Altair. But that makes more sense because this is stage one. But this is Mega Gardevoir is I'm sorry if I've been saying their names backwards, but Mega Gardevoir is stage two. They need a rare candy. Even with Meloel, you still gotta find a rare candy. So it's just crazy how quickly almost every time I play that deck, they almost every single time get into Gardevoir. So but anyways, this video was way long, and this I'm glad we ran into the one matchup I wanted to see today, which was into Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, and just to show you guys how well this deck does is and again we're set up nicely with the Sabrina. We can make a lot of plays. Sabrina's always a really strong card. And obviously Cyrus is the win condition of pretty much like 80% of every game. And if Cyrus was not in the game before Cyrus, like the game, I think. Can you guys imagine a world where there's no Cyrus and but like still a bunch of healing cards, things like that? They like pre Cyrus, like I think no, like if there was never a Cyrus, I think the best strongest deck right now would be Sylveon. I mean Espeon. Espeon would be the strongest deck right now with just the fact that you would just be able to keep going back and forth between your Espeons healing. And even now with the new stadium card, that deck is actually really good. I need to rebuild my Espeon deck now I think about it. With Psych Seer and that new stadium, you get free retreats. Interesting. Have I already done that? Okay, anyways, I gotta think about that now. Again, if you guys did enjoy this, thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you next one. We're out. Peace.